Hey everybody, welcome to Hockey Skatedown. Before we get into the video, I just want to say thank you to all my subscribers. If you want to join our hockey team, it's free. Click subscribe, hit the notification bell to all. Thank you all so much, and let's get started. Draft day. This is one of the funnest days of the year for any NHL fan. So I'm going to do what I did last year. Last year I covered the Devils, a live reaction to the Devils picking. So since we're picking 4, I'm going to start from the beginning of the draft. So the Buffalo Sabres are on the clock now. There's 3 minutes until they pick. My guess is they still go Owen Power. I think it's going to be anyone's guess from 2 on. But yeah, it's been a fun day if you're an NHL fan. All these trades that happened. I never seen that many big trades happen before the draft. You figured these trades would happen during the draft, but yeah, Kevin Adams is talking now. I think he's going to pick on. Yep. Owen Power. Yep, see? So, yeah, you knew that was going to happen. You can't go beside this kid played so good for Team Canada. The first game you saw him a little bit iffy, but as those games went on, he played more and more, looked more and more confident with the puck. Looked good with the puck offensively, played good defensively, played important minutes in those games. So, yeah, it's a good pick for Buffalo. I really like the way they're going. We'll see what happens with Jack Eichel. He's another big name that's rumored to be moved during the draft. But I think that happens later. I don't know. I like the Ristolainen trade. That was a trade that happened today. So Buffalo's, give them, I hate saying, but give them a little bit more time. They're going to build through the draft and, add some key pieces. Reinhart's another name that could be moved. So, yeah, we'll see what happens. So Seattle's on the clock. They have 4 minutes. Seattle with the expansion draft that just recently wrapped up. I still think they go forward in this. I still have them picking Matthew Beniers. I think the way their expansion draft went, they drafted a lot of good defensemen, so you see that their defense really is lined up. But I think they really solidify their forward core and add a good center with Matthew Beniers. So, looking at 3, with the Anaheim Ducks, they're an odd case to me. They could go defense and go either Hughes, go Brandt Clark, could go Simon Edvinsson. They could go forward and add Dylan Guenther. He's another big name out there. They could go Kent Johnson. His name has really been rising. A lot of people are saying he's definitely one of these forwards that they can see when he's in the NHL for a while to be a 100-point getter. So that's saying a high praise for him. There's Eklund, so there's a lot of good parts for the Ducks to go. But at number 4, I'm a Devils fan, so I'm eager to see what they do. I think they still go defense and grab Luke Hughes. I really do. I love Luke Hughes. Seeing them all sit next to each other. He's sitting right next to Jack. You see Jack's face. He's so eagerly anticipating this, and I really think if no one picks up Luke Hughes, I think the Devils do get him. Either him or Brandt Clark. The Devils can really add another right-handed defenseman to be in their prospect pool. He's a really good offensive defenseman that can add a lot to the Devils system. So either one of those two, but you can see the Devils going forward too. There's a lot of good young forwards. If Guenther falls, if Beniers falls, if any of these moving parts falls, can they go Eklund? Eklund has played with Holtz, so there's a little familiarity there. So we'll see what happens, but I'm eager to see. It's just been a fun day. It's been so many big trades. I didn't anticipate Ristolainen getting traded. I didn't anticipate Seth Jones getting traded. That was a huge trade. Oliver Ekman-Larsson was on the move with Garland, so it's been a big day of trades. So I'll try to cover them if I can get this video out early enough tonight. I'll do more of those trades, but yeah, that Seth Jones trade was huge, and then he signed with the Blackhawks. So yeah, it's been a fun day. If you're a hockey fan, there's been a lot of big trades that happen. They're talking about the Kraken now with the expansion draft. They're showing the way their lineup has been put together. So I did a video on that recently. So yeah, I'm nervous. I'm nervous to see what the Devils are gonna do. But I think the Kraken go Beniers. I really like the Kraken's top 6: Giordano, Larson, Saucy, Alexiak, Dunn, and Lausanne. I really like that 6. I do. I really think they did a great job. Ron Francis did a great job with their defense. And I wanted to mention that in my previous video, but I was scrambling around doing my videos. I forgot to mention that. But I like their top 6 on D. I really do. I like their pairing of goaltenders. Now they're going to mention it now. They're on the clock. I think he's going to go Berniers. Yeah, see, Matthew Beniers. I think that's a great pick by Ron Francis. I really like this pick. I think Beniers is going to be a hell of an NHL player. I really do. You just see something in this kid. 6'2", 175. He's a good two-way center. He can put up points. I really like this kid. I really do. Watching a lot of his press conferences, he's a very humble kid. Seems like he's got a good head on his shoulders, and they're saying that he's a high motor and always moving, never cheats out there. Complete player that can do it all. In 24 games, 10 goals, 14 assists, 24 points. So, yeah, he's going to be a good kid. He's going to be a good NHL kid. I like this pick for the Kraken. I really do. I really like this pick. So, the Ducks are on the clock with 4 minutes, and then the Devils go. So, I'll probably stop at 5. And then I'll flash forward to when the Devils choose again at 28. I don't know if they trade. By going by what I've been hearing, I think we're gonna move that pick. But last year was the same thing. They said they're gonna move that later pick last year and just use the first 2, but they alluded to draft with all 3. So we could draft with both first-round picks. So we'll see what happens, but. Yeah, I really like the moves that Fitzgerald has been doing. I comment back and forth to a lot of the people who answer on my YouTube videos, and everybody likes what Fitzgerald has been doing and adding. So I really like that Graves trade. I think it's going to add a different dimension. He's still young, 26, and can bring veteran leadership to our young core of players. But yeah. Yeah, that Jake Bean trade was good for the Columbus Blue Jackets. They were talking about that now, and I really think the Columbus Blue Jackets with adding Bean, with adding Boquist, that was another huge addition. I don't think Columbus Blue Jackets fan knows how that kid's got a lot of skill. I think they go forward, and I think they're gonna grab Ekland. I think Columbus, watch out for them. I think they're gonna build a lot of good picks. They have a lot of picks this year. So, curious to see. They have 5, and now they have the 12th. So, they're going to get 2 top players within the top 15. So, drafting at 5th overall and 12th. So, it's going to be good for them. Columbus, they deserve it. With all the hell they went through with all the players that leave there, they deserve a turnaround. So I have a feeling with this draft, it'll really help them go in the right direction. So the Ducks are on the clock. There's 2 minutes left. My apologies if this video runs long, so that's why I never do these live videos, because they're just way too long, especially with the draft when they show so much in between the draft choices. Yeah, now they're just talking about Beniers. Yeah, he played awesome for Team USA. He really did. He really put it together later in the last couple of games there. And Brian Boyle was key to that too. I really like the way Brian Boyle played, and you talked very highly of Beniers and the way they talked about each other. I like that. I love Brian Boyle. I miss him. Played for the Devils. Another minute left, and the Ducks are gonna pick. I don't know. I think they go forward. I think it's going to be Dylan Guenther. It could be Ekland. Ekland's really been rising, but I think it's Dylan Guenther if they go forward. And if they go defense, I think they go Edvinsson. I don't know, but it's hard to pass on Clark and Hughes. It really is. And if they get picked, what happens with the Devils? Where do they go? If Hughes is gone, do they go Clark? Do they go for grabbing a forward then? Because they really were high on Hughes? I don't know. It's curious. The draft is always like that every year. It's very, very unpredictable. So, we'll see what happens. But Yeah, we'll see if there's any more trades that happen. You know, there's word of Eichel possibly being traded. There's a lot of rumors going around about that. Sam Reinhart. Tarasenko was another name you got to always keep an eye out on. There was rumors of him going to Philadelphia. New Jersey was thrown in there. With them retaining some salary. I'm curious to see if that was true or just a BS rumor that was going around. But, you know, Tarasenko, I know he's been dealing with a lot of injuries, especially to his shoulder. But, you know, him with the retained salary, you know, I'd take him, you know, putting up possibly another 20, 25 goals. I know he could put up more, but, you know, you figure to take away for, you know, injuries is hard, especially with his shoulder to shoot. But, you know, his medical staff has been saying that he'll be okay for the start of the year, so he'll help whatever team he goes to. So, curious to see where he goes. I always like Tarasenko. Hell of a shooter. And the Devils could use a sniper. You know, either to play with Hughes or Hughes. So, yeah, but, you know, as far as the Devils, you know, I like the way their lines really were coming together at the end of the year. You know, seeing Hischier having some chemistry with Zacha and Brad, you know, that was a cool line they put together with Zacha playing the wing. You had Hughes with Sharangovich and Kuokkanen. I really like that line. You know, they broke up the BMW line with Bastian getting drafted to Seattle. So, you know, we'll see who plays with McLeod and Wood. You know, does this mean that Nick Merkley comes into the lineup and plays a bit more? Is this an opening for Mercer to come in or Holtz? You know, we'll see what happens with training camp. But those are two players that every Devils fan is looking forward to seeing. Mercer had a great year. Holtz played his first couple of games in Binghamton, so we'll see if he plays for Utica this year. If he makes it to the Devils and has an impressive camp, we'll see. But, yeah, it should be fun. Devils are building a good team and good, young, promising team. So we'll see what happens in the future. I know a lot of Devils fans are down now, but there's some light at the end of the tunnel with this team. They're building something good with Fitzgerald, and he's making some good, bold moves. So the pick is in with the Ducks. We'll see who they pick. Then we'll do the Devils. I promise I'll shut this video off and then go back later so it's doesn't run too long. So we'll see what happens. But, yeah, I think it's going to be a forward that they pick. Yeah, so even they're saying the team needs more offense. They scored 2 or less goals in 36 of 56 games. 2 players with 10-plus goals, fewest in the NHL. So, yeah, they need playmakers to complement Trevor Zegras. So you could see them going Dylan Guenther in this route. Do they go William Eklund? We'll see, but the pick is in. We'll see who they pick. Batman is talking now. So they're going to say it now. Wow. Mason McTavish. Wow, he really shot up the ranks. Wow. I saw him going at least into like the 11, 12, 13. Wow, Mason McTavish really shot up. And they've been really talking about this kid a lot. I've been seeing his name really, really rising up. I had never anticipated him to go at number 3. This is a shock. Yeah, and a lot of kids are talking. A lot of analysts were talking about him. So wow, I am shocked with this one. So Devils have a lot to draft from. They're on the clock now. There's 4 minutes, so I still think it's Luke Hughes. So yeah, I'm getting excited now. I really am. This is you just wait for this all year. You really do. When you have a disappointing year, you always look forward to the draft. Especially when you have a good pick. The Devils have 4th overall, so it's going to be a good building piece for the Devils. And we'll see what happens. I still think Luke Hughes, but draft could always surprise you like it just did with Mason McTavish. Wow, that's crazy. And this kid's got a good shot. I gotta admit, Mason McTavish has got a good shot. I've seen a bunch of clips on him. He can really score. He's got a very good scoring touch. But I thought they would go Guenther. I really did. Either Guenther or Eklund. Wow, that's shocking. That's why you love the draft. It's very unpredictable. Devils have another 3 minutes, so Devils fans, eagerly anticipating this. It's been a while. I know all Devils fans were looking forward to this. Are we going to get Luke Hughes? I remember hearing his name when Jack was drafted, and videos going around about will Luke Hughes be drafted, and I'm like, I don't know. I never anticipated the Devils to be drafting this high again, but it is what it is. But I didn't anticipate us getting Luke Hughes if it was a possibility, and it is today. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, Devils are on the clock. 3 minutes. Yep, all of them sitting together. Look at that. Quinn, Luke, you see that nervous look on Luke's face. Jack, look at Jack, all smiles. He should just pick up that Devils hat and just give it to him before they even announce it. All the Devils fans holding up the Luke signs. Luke! Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can't wait. I'm also looking forward to seeing what Fitzgerald does with free agency. Of course, we're thinking about the draft now, but free agency, I believe, is next week. So I'm curious to see. I'm going to do a couple of videos narrowing down some free agents because I really think the Devils will be active. For a big name, I don't know. If we do go Hamilton, I don't know. But you're seeing what Seth Jones got today, and what he's going to get is going to be a bit comparable to that. Right-handed defenseman with a lot of experience that could put up points. I think are going to command a pretty penny. So we'll see. So Fitzgerald's been given the green light from ownership to get what he needs to get to have the team more competitive. But I think we really need to concentrate on getting a good goaltender to help Mackenzie Blackwood and his progress, to help him with just easing the pressure off him. It was an awkward year last year, seeing us get Corey Crawford, and they're showing all the Devils prospects now. But having that, just picture that for a young goaltender. You bring in another great goalie that can help your game, then all of a sudden they retire, and you're kind of like, oh, it's all on me now. So think about it that way. How it must have fallen all on Mackenzie Blackwood, and everything that just happened this year was just, it just sucked. It really did with COVID. It hit the Devils as hard as it did. And it hit Mackenzie a bit harder than a bunch of the rest of the team. So, it's, hopefully we can get a good goaltender to help him, just ease the pressure off him to really concentrate on his game, getting it to the next level. And, having that pressure off him to, sit back and enjoy the games while we have another goaltender who come in and help win some games. So, that's definitely a need. We need another forward. I would like to see another scoring forward, so we're seeing if Fitzgerald can do that. But I'd say another forward, another defense, and definitely a 1B comparable goalie would really be beneficial to the Devils going into the next season. And we could see if any prospects could possibly move up and take some spots. So should be a fun training camp for the Devils and Devils fans as well. So, Fitzgerald, get to work. But yeah, the Devils are on the clock. The pick is in. Let's go. Let's go. Get some Luke. Okay. Come on, Fitzy. Luke Hughes. You see all those Luke signs, man. I wish I was there. Devils fans, have fun. Have fun. Be safe, too. Yeah, baby, Luke Hughes. Good job, Fitzy. Yes, all right, there we go. All right, good. Get another good defenseman in the system. Yeah, this is it. Go, let's go. Good pick. All right, so I'll circle back during the next video. I don't want to make it too long. It's already at 20 minutes now, so I'll circle back to the next pick. Good job, Fitzy, getting Hughes. Yeah, look at them hugging each other. Look at Jack and Luke going crazy. Look at that. I love seeing that. Look at that. Jack's going crazy. I can't wait. This is going to be fun. This is going to be awesome. Look at that smile on Jack's face. Yeah, baby. That's awesome. That's awesome. All right, I'll see you guys and girls in a little bit. Hey, everybody, welcome back. So the Devils are on the clock going to the 29th pick. My apologies. Earlier I said the 28th pick, but it's the 29th. I totally forgot about the forfeited pick. But yeah, I'm still on the high from drafting Luke Hughes. I'm still seeing Jack Hughes' reaction was hysterical. But this draft has been pretty good so far. I like what Detroit has done. I like what Minnesota has done. I like some unpredictable players being drafted. I thought the Red Wings would go Ekman. They went Edvinsson. Seeing Wallstat drop. I like what Bill Guerin has done to trade up to get Wallstat and then drafting Lambos. So I like what they're building from their defense and goaltending. Seeing what Columbus has done, drafting 2 centers in Johnson and Sillinger, and then drafting a defenseman. I like seeing what several teams have done, and a lot of these players where they've been chosen were supposedly going later, but they got drafted earlier. So, the Devils are on the clock. There's a minute left. I'm curious to see what they do. Do they trade the pick? Do they draft with the pick? I'm curious to see. I really am. There's still several good wingers out there. I hope we go wing, drafting a defenseman early. Hope they go for a forward now. Chipperkoff is still there. Tuamala's there, and he's supposedly a pretty good scorer. So, Robertson, and Ratu is still there. I know they say Ratty, but, he was a player who was supposed to go earlier in the draft. So we're picking right now, so we're not trading the pick. So we'll see who Fitzgerald comes up and says right now. I thought we would trade it again this year, but we're drafting with both picks, so Fitzgerald is going to mention it now. Chase Stillman. All right, so he's a center, right-handed center, 58 games, 13 goals, 21 assists. They said he's a good all-around player that likes to get to the net and battle for position to score goals. I remember his dad, Corey Stillman. Yeah, so that's who we picked. Picked another center. Devils are deep at center in the future, so good pick. But they said center when they were listing his attributes, but when you look on the side, it says right wing. So we need more of those in the Devils system. We don't have a lot of right wings, so maybe he's a transitionable center who could play the wing. So we'll see. But that's what we did so far: drafting Hughes, drafting Stillman. Day 2 of the draft is tomorrow with rounds 2 through 7. So everybody enjoy. Let's go Devils. Keep it up. And hopefully we see some movement being made with some trades. And we'll see what happens in free agency. I'll do some more videos on that later. So everybody have a great rest of the night. Take it easy. Stay safe.